Hello, everybody out there in TV land. I'm up at 2:15 in the morning because I know in my heart I gotta do this shit. I gotta get on camera and get out there and speak my truth. Has anyone ever been afraid of anything in their life? I'm sure we all have. So, here's the deal. I'm a pretty quiet person in general, but I got a lot to say. And my poor family, I've been talking their heads off. And they're good sports. For the most part, they take it in and they've utilized what I have to say in their lives, and it's benefiting them and all that great stuff. But I've been afraid to come on and share because fear stops us from doing the shit we want to do. And I'm just so tired of it. I'm just really tired. So I'm just jumping in there to say what I gotta say. And right now, I want to talk about fear. It's like, what the hell's wrong with us? What the hell's wrong with us that we just, and I know I'm not the only one. I know I'm not the only one out there that fear has stopped you from your greatness, from whatever that is. Sharing your thoughts, sharing your life, because everything that we do, that we are, our experiences, it matters. And you never know how what you've been through, right, can help another person. So you should share it, right? But we're afraid all the time. We allow fear to stop us from doing what seems to be so simple and easy, and that comes natural to us. But when it comes to sharing, then we get, oh my God, what will somebody think? What will they say? What will they think? Like, oh my God, I'm so tired of that. I've been living with that particular fear for a good part of my life. So here I am. I'm just gonna talk because I like to talk, and not just idle talk. I like to talk about, I guess, things that matter to me. And what matters to me is facing your fears. Facing your fears. And this is one, I've had many. As I'm sure we all have. So I've been afraid of love, like really putting yourself out there, opening your heart, being vulnerable, taking down those protective shield, the walls that we build up. And I've been married for 26 years, and I really had to face that if I wanted a happy marriage. And I'm telling you, the day I did was this one of the scariest days, because we all have our shit from growing up. And I had mine, and to take down my protective wall, whew, I remember the day I did that. The night before, I was up with just me and God, Source, creator of all there is, Mother, Father, God. That's some of the things I've called the creator. Crying my eyes out, like literally, like the ugly snot, crying fear tears. Like I really had a fear that if I let, open my heart and be soft and vulnerable, that I would get walked all over, I'd be like a doormat, and it was really a hot mess, man. But I jumped. I did it. And like we all know, false evidence appearing real, it wasn't as I feared. And my marriage, me mostly, has been way better because of it. And you'd think, and that's not the only time I faced my fears. Actually, I've made a lifetime career of jumping off, spiritual cliffs, so to speak, and of facing my fears, different fears that I've had. I've been doing this since, like, yeah, my son is 20 this year. So when he was born, since when he was born, 20 years old. And you'd think that I would understand and know and just dive right into, like, getting on camera fear and speaking my truth fear and not giving a flying fuck about what people think about what I gotta say fear, because I've been doing this for a while. But I guess that's not how fear works, right? Because here I am, like a brand new babe, still feeling that same butterfly throw uppy feeling of getting on camera and sharing my life, my truths, the things I struggle with, what I've learned, just sharing. But here I am, and so I'm just jumping right in. I'll be curious to know. I mean, if y'all want to, it's up to you. Share your fears. Share them in the comments below. We all have them. I've quite a few, but this one, I've gotta. I have a. Listen. Some of you know. The ones who know. Our planet is going through a shift. Our planet is shaking off some things and transforming itself. And we're on the planet, so that means we're going to be affected. So I'm affected. I have so much energy coursing through my body that I feel like if I don't share some of what's inside of me, I'm going to go. So rather than going, here I am, because I don't want to go boom. I don't want to wig out, because I don't know if any of you understand what that feels like when, like, it's probably likening to drinking too much coffee, or someone who's never drank coffee before and they gave him an espresso or something. It's like, that's how I feel inside, because I have so much energy. Like, I have a lot of, like, what I've learned in my life is just in there. It's a high vibrating energy, and more is coming in, and because I'm doing spiritual work, right? I'm dealing with my shit, you know. Stuff's clearing out. Stuff's activating because the planet's activating itself. So it's like I'm involved in that process of healing and activation and pushing shit out and bringing more higher stuff in. And it's like, so I gotta get it out. So bear with me, please. Oh, this is how I feel. So I gotta get it out. And if any of you understand what I'm feeling, anyone out there, please just thumbs up me. Just let me know I'm not alone. Okay. Yeah, I've been doing this self healing work stuff on myself for like 20 years. I have a lot to say, and I don't even know where to start. So I'm starting with fear. So I encourage anybody out there, just if you have any fears, um, let's face it together, shall we? Let's go through this vibrational transition together. I I've been a stay-at-home mom for my oldest is 24. So 24 years. She's going to be 25 next year. I have 3 kids. My oldest is 24. The middle, my son, is 20. My youngest is 15. And I've been a stay-at-home mom for all that time. And it has been literally my mystery school. And if there's anybody listening out there that don't understand what mystery school is, just school is fine. But inner spiritual growth school, not like I want to be a plumber, I want to be a doctor, I want to be like book, you know, skill set, tangible, physical. I'm going to fix people, I'm going to fix pipes, I'm going to be a lawyer, like not that type of school, but life school, um, communication school, um, just human interaction school, or just it's like when you clean yourself out in terms of working on your shit, you get to interact with people better. So I got to interact with my family better as the years went on. It started out like a hot mess, a big bowl of just some hot mess shit. And I wasn't the best mom. No. I mean, I don't want to compare. I mean, I, I don't like to compare. It wasn't the worst, but what would that be? I guess we can conceptually say, but I don't like to judge and compare. But I wasn't the best either. And even now, no one's perfect. But it's a process, as we all know. This whole life stage play scene that we're in, it's a process. And so I've learned a lot along the way, quite a bit of things. And this is just an introductory video. I guess we'll come up with like topics. And please, if you guys have anything you'd like me to talk about as it relates to anything, I'll see if I have it in my arsenal of what I've learned over the years in terms of spiritual growth and interactions with your kitty pies, your children, your husband, yourself, learning how to love yourself, learning how to accept yourself. Like, for instance, I used to like not be able to look in the mirror at all. I think there's a name for that. I don't remember the name though, but literally I saw like a monstrous look in my and I thought I was really ugly, like monstrous ugly. And now that that is cleared and I look at myself in the mirror now, it's like, whoa, like, oh my God, I was way off. I was way out there, way out there. I don't know if anybody out, you guys out there can relate to that, but it's like there's, and I see that too. There's people out there, and like, so out there in TV land and watching, celebrities or, them go through their personal life on TV. Um, like, oh my gosh, they're so beautiful, but they're doing all these things that can show you, like, and I'm not with the, I'm not judging anybody who's done plastic surgery or done anything, but you can tell it's like, oh my God, I thought she was so cute. I thought she was so cute just the way she was. For example, I'm hesitating to throw a name out there because I'm not judging her. Little Kim. I loved her like when I was a teenager. I thought she was so cute. I thought she was so beautiful. And yeah, she changed up her look. It's a new look. But I prefer the old look. Like that. Like I looked in the mirror and I didn't see what other people saw. It's funny how the mind works, right? Like the perceptions in our head. It is so funny how that works. It's really interesting to me. But, you know, I worked that shit out. I worked it out. And now I think I'm pretty all right. I think I'm pretty good, And yeah, I learned a lot from that. And yeah, I didn't even know it was that bad until like one day my husband called me in the bathroom because he was shaving for work. And because we've been having issues, I was jealous and had jealousy issues. Oh my God, y'all don't know. And you know, um, he's like, look in the mirror. He's like, say something nice to yourself. Say something nice about yourself. I'm like, what? And yeah, it's like look yourself in the mirror and say something nice about yourself to yourself. And literally I couldn't do it. I didn't even know it was so bad. I looked in the mirror and I looked away right away. I couldn't even look at myself and say something nice. I started crying. And that's what kind of like a moment of like, oh my God, I'm bad off. Like, shit, this is not good. And I began doing that work. So what are you guys afraid of out there? What is your current fears that's stopping you from shining your light, your unique spectrum? You know what I mean? Are there any fears that you have conquered in the past? What have you? Because it seems like it doesn't matter. Well, it does. There's still just more. Like I've been through this so many times. I guess this is a new one coming on camera. See, I'm in my nightcap. It's like 2:33 in the morning. I was up since 1 something debating coming on here. And it's like, shit, man, I can't take this shit no more. I just got to do it now, man. Forget waiting to doll up myself, look nice and put on nice clothes and fix your hair. Forget that shit. I got to get this energy out right now. Or I don't know what the flip I'm going to do if I don't. Something's going to just pop. Like I'm going to wig out. So here I am. What are your fears? What do you struggle with? What have you overcome? What is the present fear now? Because something's going to come up. Once you clear something, it goes away. Okay, what's next? That's just what it is. That's how it is. Yeah, this feels good. I feel the energy like calming down as I'm talking. It feels good. It's like a medicine, It's like I had a lot of energy going on here on my crown chakra. A lot of energy going on here at my heart chakra. Like so much so it's building and it becomes uncomfortable, right? Because your body and your flesh can't hold that much power and energy. So it has to like be released. It has to come out. So I'm so glad I did this. Um and those of you out there, I know, and the thing is what the fear was, right? Trolls, I've heard that word tossed around. People who are haters, they just want to hate. And I have no qualms, with that. I guess that was a part of the fear. Like I just didn't want to deal with it. I didn't know how I was going to deal with it, but I'll just have to deal with it. And what I have to say, if anybody comes on to criticize or say anything negative, amen. Do you? I get it. I understand. Um, I get it. You got something to say too. I'm gonna keep a nice atmosphere. My son is calling me. It's like 2 in the morning, and he just went to bed too. Like he's up doing stuff. Like it's daytime, and I'm like, oh God, and I'm bursting with energy. And let me just send him a message saying, please text me. What was I saying? I forgot what I was saying. Um, yeah, haters and things. I want to keep a nice atmosphere. So if anybody has anything negative to say, okay, but if I like block you, don't be so offended. I just want to keep a certain atmosphere on my channel, and I get it. You got to say what you got to say. You believe what you believe. You feel what you feel, and you're entitled to it. And I'm not hating on you for it. Um, uh, yeah, I just want to. It's just like you have your own personal space, and I know it's public, but they give me the option to block. So that's like having my own room, and I'm gonna decorate it the way I want and put up plants and the things I like to make the atmosphere conducive to my energy and what I like. And I guess if you're gonna come into my space, um, we have to be nice to each other and communicate, even if you might not agree with something I say, right? You can say it in a way that's not hateful, that's not ugly, that's not judgy. Um, you can still express yourself, your disagreement. I don't mind disagreements. Um, yeah, but just be kind and nice and loving, because that's the decoration of my room. And so if I block you, please don't take it personal. Don't think I'm hating. I'm not. I get it. You get to express yourself freely, and I honor that. And I get to express myself freely, and I honor me with that. And I just want to create a nice atmosphere, a nice, decoration for my energetic space. And that's all. So this is just like a beginning transmission. When I come next, I guess maybe it depends on what my spirit moves me to say. I might talk some more about fear if I'm still nervous to get on here. So I might come in talking about shit and it's still here. The fear is still here. So I'll start off with that, and then we might morph into something else. Or if you guys want to talk about anything, I'll look in the comments if anybody says anything and see maybe the subject matter will be there, and maybe I'll have experience talking on it, or maybe I'll have a perspective if I don't have experience talking about it, and I'll just say my perspective, and then you guys can say what you think, and it'll be like that. And I'll just keep coming on when my spirit moves me, or when the energy builds up so much it's like, I can't take it, and then I'll come on. Until then, thank you all for listening to my rant, because that's what it was, just a bleh, like a vomiting of just energy. And I'll see you next time in TV land. Bye bye.